are you stuck in a job you love? That's what this scene's all about. So thank you for being here tonight. Stuck in a job you love. So the theme of that is that I'm in my 60s now and I'm due for retirement. Well, I have this idea, I'm never going to retire. I'm going to work till I die. This whole concept of retirement has been made up by man. I believe the whole thing of pensions should be scrapped. I don't want to hear about it. And if you're like me, you'll be on this channel, you understand what I'm getting at. You and me and everyone else on this planet can provide useful service till the day we die. We can absolutely do that. The pension was a deal they made. And I dug a little deeper. Where did they get the age 60 from? And it turns out it was actually from the Germans. They did it a little bit before that. So that goes back to the late 18th century. And it was the German government of the day who said that to their population if you go and fight the German country. So my understanding, it was basically pick a number. Pick a number. And it's easy to say because the AI and the advances of medical technology, we can get an AI to figure out how to cure cancer. We can figure an AI to figure out how to cure heart disease and all these sorts of things. And you could be the recipient of some of those kind of technologies. It's just on and on. It doesn't matter how much the world grows. There'll always be more. There'll always be more, and there'll always be more. And you and me and every other single person on this planet will be part of that. We don't need to fear AI. We need to learn how to use AI and be part of the AI revolution. And I've made a previous video where I said, if you ever see me on this video, I'll never use AI to be me, right? I will never put AI. When you see me on this camera, you're talking to me, right? I do things, I scratch my head and I do funny things. At the time, I think we had you wrap a piece of bread on a sausage and you eat it. And the blooming tomato sauce dropped on my blooming tummy here. A bit of tomato sauce, there was a bit of a mark on my shirt. Leave it in there. You can tell, these days, the current stage of AI, you can tell when it's an AI. You can just tell. Us humans, we've got so much going on in our faces. But what I'm trying to get at, humans will always be humans. You will always be you. I will always be me. And I promise you, I love you. I care about you. I don't know you by name. My name's Alan Mayrick, but I know your spirit, right? We live in a physical body. We're spiritual beings living in a physical body. Now, if you don't understand that well, it's still the truth. The more you dig into it, the more you belong to the human race, you'll start to get there. We are not physical beings having spiritual experience. I'll probably draw that. So I've built this from the whiteboard here. So if you see it, here's a spirit. Spirit has no shape, has no form. And then here's us. So I'll just do a little, like a little stick man. That's me and you. Neither, that's genderless. We could probably put a little smiley face here, I suppose. Just a little, and then these lines here, this is not actually hair, this is gratitude. I'm radiating gratitude. I'm so happy to be here, so happy to be here. I want to serve you and I help you be a better person. So we are spiritual beings. So this is a spirit. Spirit, S-P-I-R-I-T. There you go. And that is the essence of who we are. If you think about God, I am a member of a church, but I'm not talking about no particular religion. God has no form, right? Spirit has no form. Genderless, raceless, all that, right? The spirit, I also think about the universe. If I talk about the universe, I'm talking about God. If I talk about God, I'm also talking about the universe. I think it's the same thing. As we move on, these things are morphing into one. It's all the same thing. So we're spiritual beings living in a physical body. We've been given this physical body to look after and do what we need to do with, and we are doing God's work. And that's what what is God's work? The point I'm trying to make here: we're spiritual beings, and we live in a physical body, and we do. Well, my pen's drying out, but anyway, that's kind of how it works. There are things that we can do on this earth, and I feel called to serve you, serve this message, to say that you can do exactly what I'm doing. Now, you're not going to do it how I'm doing it. You're going to do it how you do it. But I'm trying to ask you, to find it in your heart, in your soul. There's something in there that says, I want to do this thing. Like, that's where I'm coming from. I've been doing this, I've been studying this for 7 years. I'm in my 8th year of study right now. Now, people say, oh, you know, you could have done it in 3 months. Well, maybe so. I'll say, if I had done this 7 years ago, 7 years and, 9 months or something ago, I would not be giving you the same message I'm giving right now. I have been called to give you this message right here, right now. It's 2025. In my heart, I believe this year is going to be the year the world is going to go topsy-turvy. And I've been called on this earth to be here at this time to help people like yourself who are looking for an answer to watch this kind of video. We are spiritual beings living in a physical body. You've been called to do something. Now, I can tell you now, I've built this little studio here. This is actually my workshop. I'm calling it my studio now. And as time goes by, I'll build better lighting and all that sort of stuff. But at the moment, it is what it is. I'm going to get another camera way over there somewhere, and I'm going to record me doing this with a camera. It's a camera on a tripod, and I've got just a standard light. This is just a cheap lemon board. It's on a little hingy thingy. And when I go out, when I finish the video, this goes up and it clips onto the roof. And then I've got my workshop in behind here. You see that goes up like that, and there's all my stuff in there. So, yeah, anyway, that's neither here nor there. I don't know if I might edit that bit out. Anyway, the thing is, the point is, it's in my heart to share this with you. I don't know you by name, but I know you by soul, by spirit, that you are looking for something more in your life. You want to know what you can do, what you can give. And when I say about give, so I think about there are laws of the universe and there are laws of man. Man's laws can be changed, man's laws can be broken. The laws of the universe, they can't be changed and they can't be broken. And a great example of that, if you say the universe, let's talk about nature. If we said about nature, the law of gravity, right? The law of gravity. Notice the words there, the law of gravity, right? If I get something, anything, this is a pair of pliers. Here is probably not the greatest example, but if I get this pair of pliers, I hold it up here, goes that way. If I do it again, it does it way. Now, it's not going to go zimming out that way. It's not going to flick that way. Any other, it goes one way, it goes down. If I go over here, let it go, it goes down. And it falls down by the law of gravity. So you know exactly what's going to happen, right? In other words, what goes up must come down. Nice and simple. So this is the law of the universe, and it is repeated so many times. I did a Tony Robbins course years ago, and somebody has gone through the Bible, and it's something like in the order, a little under 600, can't remember the exact number now, 592, 596, something like that. It says the exact same thing in different ways, 596 different ways. Do unto others as you have them do unto you. As you sow, so shall you reap. And it goes on and on and on and on. Emerson wrote, the law of laws is the law of cause and effect. You are the cause. What happens in your life is the effect. I am the cause. What happens to me in my life is the effect. The law of cause and effect can't be changed, can't be broken. And if you put some good energy out there and some good information and some way to help somebody somewhere, somehow, you will get the rewards, right? I am doing this because I want to make this world a better place. As I make this video right here before you, I'm getting nothing. I'm doing this out of the kindness of my heart because I want to. I understand technology and I want to do this and I want to use this technology to make this world a better place. And you watching this video is a ripple effect. All what I say in these videos is stuff I've learned. I'm not born knowing this stuff. I've learned it. I've studied it. Multiple different people. If you're seeing this, I strongly suggest to you that you watch other people as well. And you'll get a little bit from that person, a little bit from this person, a little bit from me, and a little bit from that person over there. And you'll get it all together. And this will form the essence of you. You know what I'm talking about. If you're kind of contacting with what I'm saying here, you'll understand what I mean. Right here, right now, as I stand here before you, I am making nothing out of this. I am doing this because I understand that I want to help people. I want to help people in this world live their life to their fullest. And the action of me doing this will help me to live my life to my fullest. Hand on heart, I promise you, I am feeling very uncomfortable doing this. I am taking uncomfortable action. I'm standing here in a garage, in a workshop, the thing I just showed you. I've got like you know, I've got stuff all around I can see here, but you can't see that. It feels weird. Absolutely right. It feels weird as. And then as time goes by, I'll build a better studio for myself. And as I'm speaking to you right here, right now, this is happening instantaneously. I'm saying this to you. In the universe, in the spirit world, this world up here, there is no time. It's a different dimension. There is no time. We have time here on Earth, on this planet. We have, you know, 1 second follows the next second, 1 day next follows the next. And then I believe in the spirit world, there is no time. And that's why there's people who have, they're very spiritual people who have said, if there's a way to make send a message back to the living, they'll do that. Well, no one's ever done that. It's a different dimension, and we cannot access that dimension. And there's other dimensions that are, but you know, that doesn't mean that the spirit world is life as we know it. It's just another dimension. It's completely different. We can't really comprehend as humans. We can't comprehend what that is, but we do have a message to do and a life to live here on Earth. And the time that we have on Earth, that's what we've got to make the most of. So if you got your phone out and got a little tripod and put a little light up, then you also can do what I'm doing. And makes me think of a story my dad told me. My dad was always looking for a deal. He's gone now, but years ago you didn't have to. You could just go down and get a post office box. And so there was this guy put an ad in the paper. It says, and this is where, like, you know, $5 and $100 is a lot of money. It's how to make $100. Send me a $5 note in a self-replied envelope to this PO box number. So people would put these $5 notes in this envelope and send it off to this guy to this post office box. And he would then get their self-replied envelope and he'd write a note on them and he would say, go down to the post office, rent a PO box and put an ad in the paper, and the ad reads, I'll show you how to make $100 out of $5. So it was a Ponzi scheme, you know. It was a con, it was a rip-off. And but I've always thought to myself, oh my goodness me, when I first started seeing this sort of stuff, it feels like that. I'm making a video telling you how to make a better life for yourself, and what I'm telling you to do is do what I'm doing. But it's not like that. It's not like that. It's different. I'm feeling like if you're watching this right here, right now, I'm not making any money out of this. So how can it be a Ponzi scheme if I'm not making anything? I'm just doing it because I want to help you. I want to help you. I know you can. And if you're understanding what I'm getting, then you'll move forward and you'll do something with it. Anyway, that's my message for tonight. Stuck in a job you love. It means you're happy in your life. You're happy in your job. You come up to 65. You're probably going to retire. What's after retirement? And I suppose that is my true message. And I'm looking at life after 65. And what I want to do is make the most of this technology, and I want to share with you that you also can do it. All you need is a smartphone, a tripod. I've chosen to use a whiteboard. You don't have to have a whiteboard. But I like to just draw pictures and things. I'm getting some better pens at the moment. I've got a black one which is also running out of ink. Stuck in a job you love. I love you, I care about you, and that's my message for tonight. Thank you and goodbye.